Yeah, let's start question. How come question 10 is this? Okay, question 11. Okay, what's your answer for question 11? You managed to find out? So what's your answer for question 11? Your answer is?
I got
You got what?
1048, but then it's not in the
Oh, okay. So never mind. Let's
thing.
look at it how you should do it. 1048 means what? 10 over 48 or what?
10 or 48.
Oh, 10 over 48. And by the way, 10 over 48, that means you haven't simplified.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to simplify. Oh, how to simplify? Divide by 2 on top, divide by 2 below. So this is the simplest form. This is the answer what? But wait, I haven't checked lah. Okay, that means the answer is there lah. The reason you didn't get it because you didn't simplify. Okay, so answer must be, yeah, in fact simplest form. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So it say Irfan took out 3/8 of his money from his wallet. Okay, what did you learn last week at the end of the lesson? The method to solve questions. What did you learn last week? I talked to you about
Like the branch.
yeah, so the tree diagram, right? Okay, let's start with the tree diagram. Okay, so let's say this is Irfan's wallet, right? So Irfan's wallet is then you branch out, right? He used what? 3/8 of his money, so 3/8 used, right? So 3/8 used, how much is left? If you cannot manage in your brain, do it quickly on a piece of paper. You can do it here. That's why I gave you a lot of fraction question last week. Okay, 3/8 you use, how much is left? By the way, Irfan start with what? Irfan start with? Always start with 1. Okay, so 3/8 is used, what is left? So 5 out of 8 left. So I'm expecting you to draw this branch next time for your working. And then now he used only 1/6 of what was taken out from his wallet. So that means 1/6 of what was taken out. Meaning what? Meaning 1/6 of this. Right? So that means you need to, okay, this is the first branch. So you need to start another branch. You take 1/6 out, right? So 1/6 is out, then that means how much is left? How much is left? So it says 1/6 of 3 out of 8. So how much is left?
8.
No, I'm asking you. 1/6 is used. How much is left? So this one is used again. This 1/6 used from here. So that means 1/6 of this. So 1/6 is used. How much is left? 5 over?
Over 6.
Yeah. So 5 out of 6 of 这个 is left, right? 对吗？ Then now what it says? It says, okay, so basically this one is used for windbreaker. Windbreaker. And then what fraction of the money taken out from his wallet did Irfan use to buy the windbreaker? So basically what you need to do, you just need to find out this. Because they want the fraction for the windbreaker, right? So what you need to find this. 1/6 of 3/8. So of means what operation?
Off means like
Very good. So 1/6 times 3/8. So that means it's 3 out of 48. 对吗？ Right? Okay, good. So now let's take a look. It said Irfan took out 3/8 of his money from his wallet. So start with 1. 3/8 is used. And then he used only 1/6 of what was taken out from his wallet. So 1/6 of what is taken out, so it's 1/6 times 3/8. So the answer is 3 out of 48 to buy a windbreaker. So what fraction of the money taken out from his wallet did Ifan use to buy the windbreaker? So it's 3 out of 48 lor. So 3 out of 48, is this the simplest form? No. So you can actually divide by 3. Divide by 3, you get 16. So the answer is actually 1 over 16. Which is? Okay? Okay, so you know how to use this branch method already now? I'm going to give you one more example. So you keep practicing this branch example. Okay, so let's start with, let's say you have some money, which you don't know, okay? And you take out 1/4 of it. So 1/4 used or taken out, sorry, taken out. So what is left?
3 over.
Very good. Okay, then from the 3 over 4 left, from the 3 over 4 left, you take 1/5 to buy the, you take 1/5 to buy ice cream. Okay, I want to know how much is left. 1/5 is used for ice cream. How much is left? So 1/5 is used. How much is left?
4.
Yeah, 4/5. Yeah. So now, okay, remember now which branch you are at? We are at this branch, right? Right. So when we are at this branch, so 1/5 of this one or of this one or of this one. So this 1/5 of is of this one. Which one? 1/5 of. So 1/4 or 3/4?
3
What's the reason? Because we are talking about,
how much?
we are talking because this 1/5 we are talking about. So I always like to tell my student, go by branch by branch. Okay, so when you're talking about this branch, this is the head of the branch, and then this is the branch. Okay, so now we are already at which branch now? We are already at this branch already, right? So which one is the head of the branch? What's the value? 3 out of 4. So that means when we write 1/5 of, right, we should always go to the head of the branch, which is
3
very good. So if here is 4/5 of 3 out of 4, right? So if I ask you for what is left, what is the fraction that is left, you choose here or you choose here? Here or here? Bottom. So that means it's 3 out of 5. Off means times 3 out of 4. So 3 times 4, 12. 5 times 4, 20. Is it simplified? No. So you divide by? Or divide by 4. Okay. 4. So you get 3. You divide by 4, you get? Very good. So the answer is? Very good. So that is the fraction that is left. So let's say I don't ask you for fraction. I ask you for percentage. How do you get the percentage?
You need to change to decimal.
Oh, what's the decimal? I thought we did this question just now, like MCQ one of the question. Three out of 5. How come you cannot remember? We did this question just now. And you take very long. Can you use a calculator?
0.6.
So what's the percentage?
60.
Good. Very good. So 60% left. Okay? Okay? Good. Yeah. So that's how you should approach this question. Okay, next. 12. What's your answer for 12? What's your answer for 12? Start. Okay, let's look at it together. Okay, so wait. I want to ask you. You now do you know how to use the branch method now?
Yeah.
Yeah, with this example and with this example. Okay? You can of course go back and look at the video. So okay? So I think each lesson I'm going to divide into the first half video, second half video. So basically you have 2 videos to refer to. So anytime you want to watch, just go ahead and watch them. Okay, so let's look at this question. You answer or you start. It says in a factory there were workers. Branch method again. How do you use branch method? You start with the main branch. So the main branch you have total of 308 workers. So you have 308 workers. And then 25% of them are Singaporeans, right? 25% what's the fraction? So that means percentage to fraction. Or we go to decimal first. Or how do you convert this to percentage? Okay, 0.25. 0.25 is also equals to fraction. 25 divided by 100, right? 对吗？ How do you get? So 6% is 6 over 100 lah. 25% is 25 over 100. If I give you 71%, is
71
correct. Okay, so that's how you convert. So that means 25 out of 100 is Singaporeans. Then can I ask, what's the rest? This is so 25% of what? 308, right? Then if 25%, that means the 25 out of 100 is Singaporean, so what is left? The branch method lah. So 25 out of 100 is Singaporean, so what is the value here? What's the left? What's the fraction is left? You are allowed to use calculator, quick. 25 out of 100 is Singaporean, so what is rest? What is the rest? What's the fraction?
3 over 4.
Yeah, so which is 75 over 100. If you simplify, it's 3 over 4. So of 308. Okay, now we continue. So among the Singaporean workers, 29 of them are married. Okay, so that means first, before you can find 29, that means you need to find out how many Singaporean first. So how do you do? So 25 over 100 of means what? Times what?
100. Wait, no, 308.
So calculator, quick. 77. So that means, so in fact you can actually write down here is 77. So 77, 29 married. So not married is how many? 77 Singaporean, 29 married, not married is how much? How many? So this one is not married.
48.
很好. So it's 48, right? Okay, so what the question asking? The rest are not married. Okay, good. So how many of the Singaporean workers are not married? So 48 not married. Which one? 4. Once again, we use the, what method is this?
Method.
Branch, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So next. So must learn how to use branch method. So this one is about what? This one is per ticket and then the per child. I'm going to introduce to you one more method. Okay. What's your answer for this? Can you manage to do it?
Number 3.
Okay, your answer is 3. So we will take a look at it. Okay, so the table below shows the ticket prices to puppet show. So Mr. then took 8 children, okay, to the puppet show. 8 children, So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you, this is called the each number and then total method. Okay, I'm going to explain to you how you use. Okay, before you use, I'm going to give you one example how you should use this each number total method. So I have already taught you what method? Branch. Okay, so now I'm going to give each number total. Okay, so let me start with a table. Let me draw a straight line. This one not very straight. Okay, so let's say each. So let me think. Okay, so this is money per child. So that means the money the child can have. Okay, per person. Okay, so here is number of persons. Do you know the meaning of each? Is also per. Is also every, or is also one, right? You know meaning of all this? Each means per, means every, means one. So they mean the same thing. Okay, so money per person, number of person, and then this is the total amount of money, or I just call it total amount. Okay, good. So, okay, what's your allowance per day?
Sometimes $2.
Okay, let's say $3.
$4.
$3. So let's say each person has $3. This one is for you, Charmaine. Let's say Charmaine family lah. Each person has $3. Okay, Charmaine family $3 per person. Okay, that means in your family, every person, the daily allowance is $3. Okay, okay. So this is my family now. Let's say my family, each person has $2. Okay, okay, okay. How many people are in your family?
4.
4. Okay, good. So what is the total in your family?
12.
How do you get 12?
3 times
Very good. So in my family, I have 3 only. So what is the total in my? What is the total amount?
6.
6. Very good. How do you get 6?
3 times 6.
Okay, good. So basically, this one is 2 times 3, and then the above one is 3 times 4, right? Basically, what you do is use the each times the number, and then equals to the total. So which means let's say I'm talking about another family. I call it the Y family. So the Y family is, the total is 18. Okay, and then they have what? They have 6 people. So each person has how much? How do you get this?
3.
How do you get?
18 divided by 6.
Very good. So that means it's 18 divided by 6, which is 3. Okay, so that means for each column here, you know the relationship, right? 12 is equal to 3 times 4, right? 3 is equal to 12 divided by 4, right? Let's say if I ask number of person, how do you get? for your family. The total is 12. Each person has 3. So how many people in your family? How do you get this? Very good. So I want you to know how to get all this value. So you know how to get this value, right? It's 18 divided by 6, right? You know how to get this value, right? 12 divided by 3. You know how to get this 12, right? 3 times 4. So in fact, for each column, for each cell here, CELL, for each cell here, you know how to get it, right? Right? Okay, so now let's go back to the question. Let's use each number total here. Okay, in this case, right, we are talking about what? We are talking about Mrs. Leck, Mrs. Ding, 8 children to the Puppet Show. Okay, so basically the price per ticket for child. So basically you have the price per ticket. Per means each ticket, right? So that's why I put the price per ticket here, because per ticket means each ticket, right? 对吗? So per ticket is $20 for child. So that means just now we're talking about your family, my family, Y family. So here we are talking about child, and then we are talking about adult. Okay? So child, price per ticket is 20. So I fill up this cell first. Adult, price per ticket is 32. So far so good. So you know how to fill in the cell already? You know how to fill in the cell? Okay? Can? Can or not? Okay, now, so Mrs. Leck and Mrs. Ding, how many adults? 2. So so this is number of people. So for adult is 2, right? You said, right? You said 1, 2, so I fill up here. So how many children? 8. So you fill up here. So what is the total amount? So for the child, total amount is? You get, how do you get it?
160.
160. Then this one?
64.
Very good. So child and adult add up to? I want to find the total
164
plus 64. The total is 224, right? That's the total, right? But the question asks for what? They ask for the less, right? That means the difference. So what's the difference?
160 minus
The answer is?
96.
That's why the answer is 96. Okay? I don't know which method you use, but from today onwards,
I used 32 times.
wait, I don't care. I don't care what method you use. Okay? But from today onwards, you need to use
Each number
total method. Yes. How do you find how do you use each number total? You always start with each. Sometimes they give you each. So per means each, right? So that's why you know that, oh, this 20 is here. 20 is for the child. And then 32 is for the adult. So similarly, per person money, your family is $3, right? My family is 2. Y family is, you need to find. So you already know how to find. You already know how to fill up all these cells, right? Am I right? Okay. So similarly, your job is to construct a table and then fill up the table, and your job is done. And then once you find the answer already, just give what the question wants. That's how you do this question. Whenever you see per, okay? Whenever you see per, each, every, think of this. Is this method? Very good. Okay. So next. So I don't care what method you use in the past, but from today onwards, when you see each, per, every, you should use each number total. Got it? Okay. I expect you to draw the table. Okay, so 14, what's your answer for 14?
One.
Okay, so your answer is 1. So let's take a look at it together. Okay, so Mrs. Teresh prepare 1 liter of orange juice. So which method you should think of?
One.
Very good. So I start with 1. And then after that, she spill 1/10 of the orange juice. 1/10 is spilled already, so how much is left?
Nine.
By the way, I want to caution you, over here, 1/10 liter. Okay, what is the difference between 1/10 liter versus 1/10? What's the difference? Is there a difference?
No. It's not the liter size.
Is there a difference? Ah, okay. Of course, there is a difference. This one has the liter, this one has no liter. What? That is not the only difference. There is more than one difference here. Okay, the difference between these two, right? This one is fixed. This one's not fixed. Let me explain to you why. Okay? So let's say if I have 10 liter, I start with 10 liter. Okay, I start with 10 liter. If 1/10 of the liter is used, let's say 1/10 liter is used, how much is left? How much is left? 1/10 liter means what? Decimal. 0 point what? I allow you to use calculator. Quick. 0.1. Okay. So if you have 10 liter, 0.1 liter is used. So how much is left? I let you use calculator. So how much is left?
9.9.
Very good. Okay, now let's take a look at this. You start with 10 liter. 1/10 is used. How much is left? What's the fraction is left? Here is the fraction. 1/10 is used. What is the fraction is left? 9/10. Very good. So here, 1/10 of what? 1/10 of which one? What's the value?
10 liters.
Why 10? Why not 1? Correct. So should be 10 here. Then this one is also 10, right? Am I right? So then 1/10 of 10. That means 1/10 of means times 10. So what's the answer here? One. Then what about this? What's the answer here? 9. Okay, so can you see the difference now? This one 0.1 liter used. This one 9.9 liter left. Then what about this? 1/10 of it used. So 1 liter is used. 9 liter is left. So can you see the difference? This one is fixed. 0.1 is fixed. So I'll give you another example. Let's say this one is no longer 10 liter. This one is no longer 10 liter. Okay? This one is 5 liter. So if this change to 5, which one need to be changed here? Which one needs to be changed here? If this change to 5, which one need to change here? 110 change? No need to change?
Uh, no need to change.
Then which one need to change?
The off 10.
The 10 need to change, right? Because off means you go to the head of the branch, right? So here you change to 5. If this change to 5, that means your this below 1 over 10 times also must change to 5. So what's the answer here? 110 times 5. Huh? 0.5. And then this one also must change to 5, right?
Yeah.
So 9 over 10 times 5, what's the answer?
4.5.
Good. So can you see? Over here, this one, change to 5 liter, your this amount is affected. Can you see? The use amount just now is 1, right? Now is 0.5. That's why I say it's not fixed. But for here, your this is 10 liter, your this is 0.1 liter. Let's say I change this to 5 liter. Your use amount change or no change? Huh? Your use amount got change or no change? No change. Because you use 0.1 liter, that means you can have 20 liter. Your usage is also same. You have 5 liter, your usage is also. You have 10 liter, the usage is correct. But for here, is 1 over 10 without the liter. Without the liter. So if this is 10, just now your usage is. Now I change it to 5, your usage is. Can you see that the usage change? Can you see? So that's why I say the difference between these two, besides there is this has an extra liter, right? Besides this, the difference is your usage here is always fixed. Okay? But over here, it depends on this. Okay? So, yeah. So that is the difference between. Okay, so it says 1 over 10 liter is spilled. So 1 over 10 liter is spilled. So how do you get the rest? You use. So yeah, 1 liter. So 1 over 10 liter is used. So in 0.1 liter is used. So how much is left? Yeah, 1 liter. You use 0.1 liter. So what is left? Tell me how you get it. Quick. How do you get it? I ask you how you get it. You start with 1, you use 0.1, what's left? Just tell me how you get it.
1 minus.
Yeah? Okay, so answer? Okay, 0.9. Okay, then now, look. It says what? 2/3 of the remaining. Remaining which? This branch or this branch? Which one is the remaining branch?
The
0. What?
9.
Very good. So that means I need to start the branch here, right? So look, here, this one is with the liter or without the liter? 2/3. Got the letter liter or not?
No.
No. No liter means it's a fraction. So 2/3 is used. How much is left? What's the fraction that is left? 2/3 used. How much is left?
2.9.
Wait,
1 liter. 1.
1/4 is used. How much is left? 2/3 is used. How much is left?
1/3.
So 1/3 fraction is left, right? So now this is fraction, right? So when it comes to fraction, we need to use 2/3 of what? What's the value here?
0.9.
Very good. Then here is also
0.9.
okay. So this is left, right? So the question is, 2/3 is poured into a flask. So that means this is flask, right? 对吧? Okay, now, and then into a flask containing 4/5 L of the same juice. So that means you have already have a flask. This one already have what? 4/5 liter already, right? Now you add this into it, right? You add this into it, right? 对吧? How much you add? What's the operation here? Here is 2/3. Off means times. So how much you add? So what's the answer here? Calculator, no? So you need to find out how much you add to it. So 0.6 liter is add to it. So that means you add 0.6 into the already 4/5 liter flask. So now what they ask, how much orange juice was there in the flask? So how much is there in the flask now? You do what operation? You have 4/5 liter, you add to it, so you use what operation? You put it together. Together means minus. Just now you said minus. You put it together, you minus. You have $1 already. You add $1, you minus. You minus. When you minus, you remove, then you minus, right? When you add together means plus, right? So you plus. What's your answer? Wait, asking for answer, then you just. One point. 1 point. 1.4. So 1.4, which is the answer here? This is 1 point what? This answer is 1 point. Which one is 1.4 out of here? You can use calculator what? You just convert your decimal to fraction. Do you know how to convert using your calculator from decimal to fraction? Yeah? Show it to me. So what's the fraction? Yeah? You know how to convert or not? Oh. Pass it to me. Yeah, so what is the answer? How do you pronounce this? It's called 1N. You should look at that lah. 1N. Which is the one? Correct. So this question, what they test you when they have the liter and when they don't have the liter, you need to know the difference. Okay? When you don't have the liter, right? This is the fraction. Okay? So when 2/3 is used, 1/3 is left. Okay? So once 2/3 is added, so that means 0.6 is added to the 0.8. Okay? So you just add them. But how come just now you say minus? I already say add already, then you say minus? What's wrong with your brain? I said add already, then you say minus. When do you minus? Yes. Or throw away. Right? When you pour into, add, combine together is what operation? Very good. So that means the answer is, okay, final question for MCQ. This one is simple. Lor. So this is went to the market, buy order. Okay, this is very easy. This one I encourage you to use the each number total, if possible. Okay, I encourage you to use each number total. Okay, good. So here it says what? It says here the each is 15 cents per 100 gram. So each number total. So this one is for what? This one is for onion. And this one is for prawns. So the price for onion is 0.15 per 100 gram, right? Right? Okay, per 100 gram. Then this one is 4.1 per 100 gram, right? This slash is per. Okay, you need to know how to read it. So I have completed my each column already. Okay? So now, if this is my each, right? So this is my number of what? Number of 100 gram, no? Right? Make sense or not? Okay? So now, it says, Reese bought 0.4 kilogram of onion. 0.4 kilogram is how many gram? 0.4 kilogram is how many gram? I'm asking you, you can do it on the paper. 0.4 kilogram conversion, kilogram to gram. What's the conversion? Kilogram to gram is divide or times? It's okay, we can do it first. 1 kilogram is how many gram? Divide or times? Yeah, times what? So now times 1000, right? So that means 0.4. You also times or divide? Times what? 0.4 times 1000. What do you get? Answer is? Allow you to use calculator. Quick, punch it. So 400 gram, right? Okay, good. So let's go back to the table. So it says number of 100 gram. So out of 400 gram, how many number of 100 gram is for onion? How many of them? 400 inside the 400 gram. How many 100 gram inside? This one is 400 gram, right? So inside 400 gram, how many 100 gram you have? How many 100 gram you have? Number of 100 gram. How many 100 gram you have? Then they give you 400. Count lah. Count lah. How many? No. Out inside the 400 gram, how many 100 gram you have? Count your finger. 4 of them, right? How do you get 4? 100, and then 200, 300, 400. So inside the 400, how many 100 gram you have? 4. So that means the number of 100 gram is 4. Now, the mass of the prawn that she bought was 300 gram more than that of the onion. So if this is 400 gram, 300 more is how much? 300 more means what operation? Plus. So 400 plus 300, answer is 700. Out of inside the 700, how many hundred you have? Very good. So what's the total here? 0.1. What's the operation? 0.5 times 4. Answer?
0.6.
Down here, 4.1 times
28.
Huh? I didn't catch. 28 point.
7.
Then what's the total amount? What's the operation?
0.6 plus 28.
What's the answer?
39.
So she paid $50. So how much did she receive? So what's the operation?
$50 minus 39.3.
Answer?
20.7.
So the answer is 2. So once again, we make use of
Each number total.
Yep. Each here is price each 100 gram. Okay? Here's it, price each 100 gram. Just now, your money is money each person. Okay? And then there is one more. Here is price each ticket. Can you see the three? They are similar. One is money each person. This is ticket each person. The last one is money each 100 gram of food. Okay? So, yep. So we have finished the MCQ. Okay? So, yeah. Do you have other questions for me? Okay.